Hello, hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful, wonderful day, or is about to have a great one wherever you are. Okay, I'm sorry this read is coming a day late, and as expected, I've got a jar from Divine already. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's light up our candles and begin with the reading. Okay, evoking Archangel Raphael. Right here. Welcome, Archangel Raphael. Archangel Michael. Woo. Okay. All right. Archangel Gabriel. Wow, even vocal. Oh, wow. Oh, Archangel Gabriel, again, your downloads, your connection with the divine, my collective. And Archangel Chamuel. Yeah. It is. Welcome, welcome. All right. So let's just thank them for their presence, for the love, for the blessings. Just give me a moment. Okay, so see, out of everyone, Archangel Chamuel is calm as ever. And Archangel Michael ain't happy right now. Ain't happy. And he's been around me lately. In fact, to begin with, literally, he and Archangel Raphael literally is deliberating right now. This is having a conference, mini conference, sidebar right now. I'm telling you. There is, in fact, okay, let me start with the prophetic dream first that I had. A prophetic dream. And that's why I know for a fact that Archangel Michael is otherwise even going to show up. I knew that. So I had this prophetic dream. Again, not just a dream, it's a prophetic dream. And this is a message for you, my collective, which I was supposed to give yesterday. And since I did not, it was Lori and the time just, flew past. And I got literally charged. So I know for a fact that this was supposed to come to you yesterday. This is a message for the collective. All right. Okay, so I'll tell you what the dream was first. All right. So I saw portals opening. And I mean portals opening. Literally. I mean, and this was kind of dark place. All right. In the sense it was, the portals were they were bringing in creatures. They were not bringing in divine beings, not beings of light, not beings of love, but they were bringing in creatures. It was almost I'll tell you how it looked like. In my head, that's what I thought at the moment. It looked like a manhole. And what would you expect when you look into a manhole? Let's say if it was open, what would you expect to look in? All, all gunk, all grease, all black, all rusty. Not that black is a bad color or anything, but I mean to say, you know what I mean. Something very dark, very morbid, and it just seemed okay, I'll tell you, it literally, that's exactly how it seemed like. It seemed very greasy, black grease of something. Everything that was coming, all the creatures, 33 on the clock, they were coming. It was just one kind of creatures that were coming out. They were not different kinds, just one kinds, one size. They were coming out of the bottle, and bottle was right here, let's say on my left side. All right. And it was literally the size of a manhole, and it seemed as if the manhole was from literally from hell, if you know what I'm trying to say. Imagine this with me. And again, similar, exactly same copycat creatures. Oh, copycat creatures, exactly the same. They had no difference. They were looked exactly like each other. There was no difference. Yeah, even if they're animals, animals look, they are one kind, but they look different. Just like we are human beings, we look different. We are one kind, but we look different, right? But they looked exactly the same. All right, one size, one kind of conduct, and they were rushing out of this manhole-ish portal that had opened. And I remember just trying to do my best to shut it down, and wasn't evoking the divine. I wasn't praying or anything. I was literally trying to shut it down by my hand. I don't exactly remember what I was trying to do, but I was literally trying to use my hands to shut it down. And then another portal opened, and it was not exactly the opposite side or something, but somewhere else. And I saw literally the same very manhole-ish portal opening, and all these similar, exactly same kind of creatures creeping out of it, and like quite fast, and like quite many. And I remember the thought that came to my mind, oh my god, this is going to so tonight is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. This is a war. It's a war cry. They've attacked us. All right. And then, kaboom. Everything just disappeared. And I got up. Like, I literally got up from the dream. I was like, where did the energy go? Like, it was very real. It wasn't like, it's not that like you come out of a dream or something. It was real. It was really happening. And then it just went. Imagine you, okay, I'll give you an analogy. Imagine you are like attending a concert, a rock concert, let's say. Rock music, rock stars are there, and they're like, everything is on Bose, huh? Everything is like literally screaming. Everything is on Nakamichi, all right? Everything is screaming loudest that you've ever heard in your life. And then suddenly, pin, drop, silence. It's not that the sound died away. It just vanished. As if you were transported elsewhere. And suddenly I was like, what? Where did everyone go? In my thought, I was like, it's like almost that I've been moved from that place. It was almost like my guardian angels removed me from that situation. It was like, huh? Like, it was like almost they just took me and transported me elsewhere. And they were like, suddenly it's just day. It was 44 on the clock. Thank you, man, divine. It was literally just daytime. Everything is just usual, normal. Everything is just as it should be. Imagine from like chaotic, dramatic, intense, warlike energies, extreme negative energies, right? Really negative energies. They're trying to like, when you have all, in fact, like I was like getting battle ready. You're like, tonight is going to be a battle. And then imagine just everything just vanishes. That's what happened. And even if I wanted to take this for myself, let's say it was this message for me, I know for a fact, I can guarantee you this, even if I did not give you this, like since I did not give you this message yesterday, I was given again, like one of those major jars that I've got like only just 5 times up till now in my lifetime from Divine. It was one of those. Like where Divine gets like really, given at, why aren't you giving these messages? Why aren't you? We told you. What is happening? You're so disciplined, but on certain days, what is happening? We told you. It was like that today. And like really, it wasn't in a fun way. It was like they were like I really disappointed Divine by not giving you this message yesterday. I disappointed them and I'm sorry. But I'm hoping and I believe that this will get to the person it's meant to be for in divine time. And you will get this, just so you know. So your message here is collective. No matter what happens, no matter what forces they send, no matter what they do, what plans they hatch, whatever they do, no matter what they do, how many of them come for you, you will be rescued like that. I was like, what? I hope I was able to articulate that well. I hope you were able to like just, journey with me on this. You remember? Imagine being like chaos, darker energies, trying to, I was trying to close one portal and then another one opened. I was like, oh, and I was like almost rushing that side. I did not even get to that second place. And then suddenly everything just evaporated. Not even evaporated. It like vanished in split second. Without a trace is what I'm saying. It was without a trace. That's what it is like. It's almost divinely. You're not supposed to be here. It's like that. Oh, you were not supposed to be here. And I already had this message. Like I saw Archangel Michael and I already get to know. I know his pattern and he's still very vocal. See, I know for a fact when I know Archangel Michael shows up like literally first thing in the morning when I step out of the house. If I see him, I already know that he's worried about me. I already knows that there's an attack in plan, attack in place. He already knows, and then he's just starts circling around me. I already have told you that I'm very blessed by he loves me a lot. He really is. He just loves me a lot. I'm one of his faves, right? So this is like when he starts to circle, especially him I see very easily. So he starts to circle around me. And if in a day I saw him like 4 times, I already knew that, okay, something is in play right now that I'm not even aware of. I'm just going about my day, going through the usual drill, the routine, nothing special, the same kind of negativity that I tackle every day, nothing overly special or something. But then this happened. But I knew it already that if he's so worried and if he's like circling me like that, trying to guard me and just to make sure that everything is okay, then definitely something is in place. So just so you know, my collective, it is like that. We are so protected. Our protection is, literally out of the blue. There is no way to even explain it. Imagine the opponents, our enemies, concocting, plotting, scheming, sitting together, oh, you do this, you do that, and we'll attack them from this side, attack them from that side. This is what it was. Or we'll do this, and there'll be this, and you say that, and then we'll send this negative entity at them, and we'll take away this, we'll take away that, all of that. And then all that shebang, all that effort. I wish they made that effort towards themselves, maybe developing their own talents or something. But anyways, but I just wanted to say that. But having said that, just see it, 111 on the clock. If all of that just can be tackled away in a second by angels, imagine we report to the Most High. We really are like the blessed champions of God. Like it feels very special. Hence, you feel, you know who I am. That kind. You get that energy. It's like it's so special. All you are asked to do is to be a good soldier. All right, you've been given certain duties to do. That is why they get disappointed when I, let things, a little easy on certain days. But it was just my regular read schedule. I was on time also. But it was loady and things just got a little easy for me. And then like, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. And they didn't like it. They did not like it. So just so you know, so your protection is in place. If you already haven't experienced this attack, I'm sure 12:12 on the clock, so you haven't. This could be a loved one attacking you. Like literally, a soul that was meant to, maybe perhaps meant to partner with you. And I'm not talking about partnership in marriage and life per se. You were supposed to maybe work on a project together. Maybe you were supposed to work for divine together, whoever. This could be 12:12. Had it not been 12:12 when I said that, but it could be anyone. It could be could be a sibling, could be a twin flame, all right, could be a soulmate, could be your family, could be friends, could be co-workers. It could be anyone. They were like, but there's this big group of people, very big. It ain't just one person that I'm telling you, because the number of sad souls that just try to come at me, and I feel bad for those souls as well. Because I know for a fact that what would have happened to them. And then this energy is sent back. I'm telling you, like, I could just be like, go easy and just, on certain days I would like, I don't even care, I wouldn't mind it. But not Archangel Michael. And he's still just going right now. I already know it. I cannot even tell you how many times he circled. Not just 4 times, maybe even more. He was just, in a way, like it's irking the angels. Divine beings who are made of peace and love and light. It's irking them. It's getting on their nerves, imagine. So you imagine how annoying your ops must be if they are getting so hassled. Forget about us. Yeah, anyway, so this was, congratulations, my collective. It's a feat. Take it as a victory. Imagine these people came for you and like they had to like go back from the gates. Or even if in fact, let me correct that. I don't think they went back, voluntarily, in the sense like, it's not that they went back to their place and now they're okay. I think they were like, either they have been removed, just like you were removed from the situation. I think these people, this energy, could have been removed. Removed. It could be like whatever they're doing. They could be removed from your 3D plane, or they could be literally removed from your spiritual aura, your space around your environment, around your mental place around you. 144 on the clock. All right, so it could be. So take it as it resonates. And if this attack you haven't really felt it, you will be given signs and symbols and indications that it is happening, so that you know that this happens, right? There's a reason why these messages are given to us, so that we know what's happening, right? Otherwise, how will we learn? How will we move ahead? How will we journey? Right? So that's why these angels, they tell us that this happened. They let us know. If it is not too worrying, they let us know, okay, this happened and this was foiled. We send them back, or we removed them, or whatever it was. So this happened, just to know. If it hasn't happened in your timeline yet, then it's about to happen. It could literally be tonight or whenever, but according to me, it has already happened, and this might be a confirmation. You might be able to just join the dots now. I'm sure you can read energy by this time. Even if I don't have to have anything really happen, but I can just almost, you can like spell it in the air. You can see it, but not see. You can see through the veil. You can see through illusions that the negative entity is trying to create. All right. You know through your own voice. You'll know through how you're feeling, right? Because your spiritual body, I don't mean your physical body per se, but your spiritual body will be able to give you indications, will be able to give you hints that, this is how you're feeling. There is some attack happening, and, you're like, kind of like pushing it back. You're pushing that energy back. You're not letting it touch you, Okay, so congratulations. All right, good on that. That was my prophetic dream. And then, okay, then this was a download. This was about, if you remember, we got a download. Yeah, that was also a download. Was loss. Download was loss. And if you remember, I told you that I asked God, lost, like who's lost? Who has lost? The divine had answered, He. And that was that. Right? Today, it was like, it almost felt to me that this was a clarification on that, It was, so I was given this multiple times, not just once, not twice, but multiple times. It was given losing control. Losing control. All right. So I do feel that. Okay. And there's another angle to it that I was given. I'll tell you that. But let me first cover just losing control. So I think there's someone in your energy field, my collective, that is just probably is losing control of the narrative. All right. That's how things play out in the 3D. That's how you manipulate people. That's how you deceive people. That's how you create illusions by words, using false narratives, smear campaigns. You know the shit, Ram. You know the drill. All right. So it seems like something has come to, or more details have now come to light. Remember, year of the sun, year of the fire horse. And I've already told you there is no way. Whatever was done in the dark, whatever that has been able to hide itself till now, will come to light in 2026. There is no way around it. Anything and everything that was done in the dark, that was created based on illusion, that was created based on, concealing truth, or, the drift. I don't want to say those words, but you're getting the drift, right? All of that will come to light. All of it will come to light. And people are already, this has already started as shadow in 2025, November, December energies already. And there's that in full flow right now in January. You'll see a lot of people getting their karma. Just like that. Just like they say something and they just get it instantly. In fact, that happened in front of me also. This lore around. I saw someone say something about just generally divine. They just said something very loosely about divine. It wasn't, I wouldn't call it derogatory, but it wasn't for them to say. It wasn't for us. It's not for us humans to say it. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to get too much into detail. I won't trigger anybody. I'm sure they watch. But they just said something about divine, which they shouldn't have. It was out of line. Yeah, thank you, Divine. Out of line. Divine says it was out of line. If you know what I mean. We are mere mortals at the end of the day. No matter what I do. Even when God spoke with Ezekiel, thank you, Divine, for reminding me. Divine kept on calling him, even after giving him such big powers and giving him a huge purpose. Huge purpose and such great responsibilities that were put on Ezekiel. The Divine kept on calling him Son of Man, Son of Man, Son of Man. Why do you think that is? It was to remind and to, thank you divine, and to remind and to like ground Ezekiel, as for him to remember that he's a mere mortal, and whatever powers he has, it's obviously given through divine. He doesn't have to like, get in that feeling of grandiose and just overthink his role in the universe at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it was like kept on divine, I think called him the son of man, God knows how many times. Sorry, I don't have the number, but called him son of man always, like son of man, son of man. It's because you're a mere mortal, you're a human being, and you're talking to divine, that ways. So I think this is again the same, exactly the same kind of example. It was, this person says something out of line, like I said. No matter who you are, we ain't the divine, we ain't the creators. And divine instantly, I didn't like, I'm like, oh my, it took me a second, but like that was that was instant. Like literally, it didn't even take 2 minutes. It was like the person said something, I was like a little braggy, a little whatever, and then kaboom, it was instant. Sorry. Really, it was instant. I was like, okay, this is what has been happening in it is to a point where everything is just, it's come full circle. It's the, I've told you this, the portals have closed, those portals have closed, in fact. Or could it be that these people are trying to open those portals or doors that have closed? Could be, whatever. That's not going to happen though. None of that can be opened anymore. Those things are done, gone, dusted, locked, sealed, forever and ever now. That's not going to come back. The time passed by that has gone by us is not going to come back ever. That timeline cannot be accessed now. Anyways, so I think this person said something and like it was instant, and divine was like, I'm sure this person realized it. I may have realized it later, but at that time divine told me, and it was almost like, see, it was a very casual conversation. Divine was not angry with this person or anything, but it was like, see, this is why we don't bother too much. It was almost like that. And I realized they were like, this is the reason why divine doesn't show up in everyone's life so much. I believe in God, so divine shows up in my life, of course, and I'm also chosen for whatever they have chosen me for, whatever journey they have chosen me for, of course that. But otherwise also, a lot of people don't on the clock. Oh. A lot of people don't believe in God, and divine was like, see, this is why we don't show up in their life. This is why we don't show up in their life. So like, okay. So this person, again, circling back to that point, this person who's losing control over the narrative that they probably had woven of, with such effort, time, energy, and they had like a big team working in this. So it was like losing control. And then with this kept coming, this another thing, God, and this literally came to me, gosh, so many times. God's in control. God's in control. God's in control. Literally, with someone losing control, did not say he, she, who, they, not that. It was losing control, and then God's in control. God's in control. God's in control. Like, okay, so this narrative is going to like shift now. Truth again, like I said, like already have said it 10 times already in this, it's going to come out. Everything will come to light. Everything will come to light. So this might, a lot of people, that's why are getting karma, because that karmic debt is now being settled. That time of them being like, God giving them 1001, oh my gosh, chances to like redeem themselves, to, change their path and to become a better human being and to treat other people better. That has, closed. That cycle has closed now. So divine's now just dishing out karma like anything. All right, what else we got? I don't want to make it too big. Oh yeah, there was something on, there was another clarification. Sorry, that reading got like a lot of clarification. In fact, the last reading also, I told you that it's a reading of clarification. I can't help it if divine chooses to clarify more. All right, in one of my cards, if you remember, we had a card that had come out that said joke. And we were like, what joke, divine? Like, we couldn't get more clarity on it, but I asked this question, and it's almost like now that I asked the question, it just make it a point that that answer comes back to me. So there was, what was given to me was like, this could be something that people could, this fake narrative people, or it could be thieves, Could be whoever, someone who is your op right now, who's either thieving your energy or thieving your time, thieving your resources, thieving your opportunities. All right, and something about that. This person could have like when this truth apparently came out, this person could have tried to cover the truth, saying that it's a big joke, and that it's almost like this. News article was given to me where there was something about, okay, I'll tell you how I got this, where they were talking about there was a lot of big report that had come out about microplastics, that the small plastic kind of particles, right, that enter our systems. There was a report on this, and not just one report. That in fact, that report talked about various papers that it had integrated and had created that report to tell that it's literally just entered our systems. It's not just inside our body, it's literally in our brains, it's in our ovaries, it's like right in our heart. That microplastic has gotten into our system. Just like that, it's in our system, completely inside. It's not on the surface. It's not something that we can just go get a scrub and get it out of our our beings. No, it is literally in our systems now, in our heart, in our brain, like I said, in our organs, internal organs. It's right there, microplastics. And this situation is going to blow up one day. Again, we'll have like this, why do you think we have so many cancer cases now? We never had these many cancer cases earlier, right? Now suddenly everybody's dying of cancer, right? Isn't it? So it's like that. This is like microplastics is becoming, it's at an epidemic level, but we don't want to acknowledge it. Thank you, Divine. We don't want to acknowledge it, and that's why hence this person is your op enemy, okay, was trying to, or a group of people, they were trying to pass the truth as a joke and saying that no, it ain't true and it's nothing so serious and this is a joke, something like that. It's almost at the level of, if you remember, there's another story that I was reminded of by Divine, just with this microplastics. There was this Teflon story, if you remember, the whole thing, Teflon, right? That's how Teflon got into, that is why so many cancer cases now also, because Teflon got into our systems, right? They lied about how, whether it breaks down or not, whether it can, introduce itself into your food when you use Teflon coating vessels. All right, so this report was, I think, fabricated. In fact, so there was like watch the story. There's a very beautiful movie also made on this. I'm forgetting. There was a lawyer who basically, for once, was a lawyer who uncovered this and fought this case. And then that's how the Teflon story came out, that they've been fooling us for ages and that we have been introduced to cancer. All of us, everybody on this planet has been introduced to cancer because, when put and exposed to cancer, rather I should say, because of Teflon. So this is exactly that the severity, the seriousness of that report is like at like an all-time high. It's from between, oh yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm getting a call, my collective. Hang on for a moment. En momento. Okay, confirmation, in fact. All right, so this is almost like somebody, it's very, very, very serious, like something like Teflon report, like I say, for instance, or something, this microplastic reports, something is really serious. On a scale of 0 to 10, this is literally an 11. It is not just a red flag, it is, I don't know what to call it, literally. So, but this, so what is the truth that is being uncovered is on this level. It is, the red flag is on the level of 11, like I just said. It's literally at the level of 11 right now, and people are trying to a bunch of people are trying to pass it as a joke that nahi kuch nahi hua. This is just fake. Nothing happened. Nothing. Oh, what were you talking about? We? No, we the dhul ka dhulas. You know what I mean? That kind. But apparently that is what is going to just backfire on them also. Oh my God, something else got reminded. Anyways, so it is going to backfire, that energy, like them trying to even underplay it. Not just underplay it, they are treating it as a joke that none of that happened. Actually, what are you wrong about? What? So they do think that there's no evidence, but there's tangible evidence and not just a lot of evidence that is going to be uncovered, and this is going to be like a big shock. This will be a revelation. I've already told you, corrected, this will be in global news. You will be in global news. This is going to break careers. This is going to break people. This is going to break the relationships. This is going to break a lot of dynamics. This is going to be a game changer. A lot of it is going to be a game changer. Right now, they're like underplaying it. Kuch nahi hua. What are you talking about? No, never. We to never. We to just doodh ka, like I said, they think that it's doodh ka dhulas, something like that. Something like that. They're trying to underplay, calling it a joke. This is just a joke. This is not true. This is just a joke. Something like that. While they try to take people out. Whilst they try to take people out. Which was like fun and games for them. This was just like big joke. It was pastime for them. Anyways, so I've already called it into existence. This is going to happen as it is. It's going to happen. But anyways. But they are trying to pull it off as, this narrative, whatever narrative they spread, they're trying to put it off as a joke. That we were just kidding. What are you talking about? We're just kidding. We love her. We love him. She's the best. What are you talking about? That kind of energy, now they're like, it's best if if they are in your good books, because they think that might just save them. So sometimes, I just go with it, go with the flow, but then it's just funny. It gets hilarious after a point. Anyways, so that being that, those are my downloads for today. 31 minutes. Okay, great. We are in great timing, and only 10 o'clock and not 11:30. Oh my God, collective. It says Joker. I just talked about joke. My manifestation is at another level right now. Another level. Wait, dragging. This was on top of the box. When I opened it, this was literally on top. It said dragging, but it was like reversed. Although I don't read these cards as upright or reversed, but I got that energy as if someone's dragging their feet. Something is inevitable. Inevitable. And someone's dragging their feet. It's like, at the best. They know they have to. Will have to come out. Will have to. Something has to happen. Again, a very fated event. But this person's dragging. He, she, they. Dragging their feet. But it's in reverse. Like, I read it as in reverse. And instantly I thought, I don't ever read these cards as reversed or upright. But then the energy was that. Reversed. So it's like almost if the dragging card is reversed, as well, it's like the time is up. No more time to waste. There ain't any time to waste. Alright, anyways, let's just take out my cards, right? Take out a few. I've just shuffled while I was chit-chatting with you guys. Okay, let's just take these. Okay, this one is attempt. 33. Okay, what about attempt? What attempt? Oh, that attempt. That negative energy attack attempt. Could be. Let's just see if that's what it is. Hang on. Okay, let's just take these. Okay, there are a few. Hang on. Attempt. Okay, but we have inherit. Inherit. Your attempt to what? Take your spiritual gifts, your inheritance, your true inheritance, your purpose. Okay. Inherit. Electronic devices. Oh, electronic devices. Like, there could be a lot of electronic devices having a lot of. You could have a lot of electronic devices fading around you. Not you per se, but I see that in my energy. A lot of people just losing shit. Like, literally losing shit. And it almost just felt like they were always getting karma or something. It just felt like so. Allowance. Attempt. Inherit, electronic devices, allowance. What about allowance? I think allowance I'll see more like inheritance only, something that you're given to, like, spend, live by, whatever. Okay, let's see. Dreadful. Okay, this is not the first time this card has come. It's come before also. Dreadful. Okay, attempt, inherit, electronic devices, allowance. Okay, I think two things, something about, okay, there could be something about or someone's trying to, as always, hack into your electronic devices, track you. I said track first. Could be trying to track you at where you at, whom do you meet, what do you do, how you're making the money, right? Who are your friends? Yeah, what's your business? Not like that. But I do feel this electronic device, the first thing that came to my mind, that tracking already is happening, you see. Anyways, but having said that, I do feel it's about failing electronic devices. I think devices just now hurting them where it hurts the most. Oh, what was that song? Dhurandhar ka gana, yeah, that title track literally says when that Hanuman kind end with a trap, the last line is hurt them where it hurts the most. And I literally today when I got like 5 seconds to hear that song. It's just somehow I love the title track the most. I love it. Aditya, you've done a great job. All right, so, and of course the rest, everyone else who has put in their effort, not just Aditya, but his venture, his project. So his credit, all love to him, right? But then literally today wow. So literally today I got to hear that last sentence which Hanuman kind said. Just listen to it. It literally says, hurt them where it hurts the most, something like that. It's almost like, oh, Archangel Michael's energy, right? Like angry energy, almost like it's gonna like that, the shit be given back to them. And we're just mirroring yes, we're just mirroring back. I did this today, I tried this with somebody, and then something, and that suddenly that victim card that, people play was like, I just mirrored back their own energy. Something that they do very on a daily basis. Like this is how they live life. And it was like, that, oh my God. So mean. Like, oh, that was just you. This is what you do every day. Imagine yourself. Imagine. It was fun. So it was like just little projects I take every now. But I do feel this like literally just hurts them where it hurts the most, and like mirroring them in the first. Like, we don't want to hurt people. We're God's children. We're not here to hurt anyone. Let's be clear. But also at the same time, we're not here to just lie down and take one on the cheek, the second one on the second cheek. We're not here for that either. All right? We are like warriors. We are divine soldiers. We're not here to like, just hold that sword. We can use that sword too. We know how to use the sword. All right? And a sword is our word. A sword is our, a prophecy. Right? Anyway, so it was just that line, it stuck with me. That second, it stuck with me, that it will hurt them where it hurts the most. It's almost like that. Yes, I think almost like divine hurting them. This electronic devices that are failing around people, it's almost like divine's hurting them where it hurts the most. Maybe they put a lot of, just take it this way, maybe they put in a lot of value into these things. Like maybe they see them as like badges, as if they're like whatever brands they use, whatever. So these could be like social status badges, is what I'm trying to say. Divine's like, since they're so materialistic, Divine's like, oh, I'll hurt you there. That's it. Hurts, okay, I'll hurt you there. It's like that. Because they're not spiritual at all. Spirituality is not for them, so they don't understand God, they don't understand emotions, they don't understand love, they don't understand loyalty, they don't understand. And so maybe Divine's just hurting them where it hurts the most. Maybe they value the devices most. Divine's like, let me just take some. Almost. Okay. What about divine? What about attempt, inherit, allowance? I think it's the same attempt to take your inheritance. Something that someone maybe just trying to like. It's like if you want to be there, they must have just, maybe they envy your purpose. And they think that if you weren't just there, if you were to like remove yourself per se, if you know what I'm trying to say. All right, if you were to remove yourself, then there shall be no purpose, then there'll be no envy, then all of this you'll just be like them. If you know what I mean. They detest the fact that you are different, that you are driven, that you have different kind of an ambition. You don't have an ambition of just earning money, just random shit, anything, and that is not your status. You don't equate yourself. And none of our chosen ones. For us, God is God and God's blessings. Why am I so happy today? Let's say, for instance, because even though I got the jhar from God, I know that I connected with Divine. Divine spoke with me. Divine gave me these downloads. Divine gave me a responsibility and reminded me that I've given you a responsibility, Param. You have. a job to do. Why aren't you doing it? And that gives you like, it makes you feel significant. Makes you feel, yes, I'm here for something. I've been born for something. So maybe they detest this. Maybe they, this annoys them about you. They see you and are like, ah, badi purpose wali. You know what I mean? Something like that. And they don't have it. And so they think if they were to just remove you, they are attempting to remove that inheritance, that spiritual inheritance that you have. Right? Okay. And they were like, okay, then if you remove your spiritual inheritance, minus that, you'll be like them only. Now then, this is what their, thinking is. That's how they think. This is how, what is happening in their brain. They're like, if you were to not have that purpose, you'll be just like them then. Maybe you'll, chase money then. Maybe you'll chase them then. Something like that. Anyways, okay. Let's just pull out more cards. Okay. All right. Let's just take these. Ooh, cut off game. Like literally, just like Archangel Michael and the rest of the angelic team, thank you very much. They probably just removed you from the entire scene and just cut you away. Cut off game. This is what came to my mind first. Of course, it means something else. It means it's like you just cutting people off like cold cuts, right? Like I do. I just decide one day if I just don't want to like be with this person, I don't want to like talk to this person, I won't talk to them. Just that's it. Might kind of like might pity them for something, but I just can't be friends with them. That's your cutoff game. But I do feel here the cutoff game is more like divine removing you, and it's right under the attempt. And this is Archangel Raphael. All right, attempt. So there was an attempt made in which you were cut off game, like you were cut off from the game. So the war happened, the fight happened, but it was like negative forces versus your angels, right? Cut off game. You were removed. That no, child, you don't have to be in the middle of this. You don't have to be here. White. What about white? White is under inheritance. White inheritance. Okay, what about white? Do you also wear a lot of white just like me? But what about white? Why white? White versus a dark. I told you this is like very dark black, and I also try to like clarify that I'm talking about, I don't dislike the color black. All right. Okay. I love Ma Kali. So I don't dislike black. Neither do I dislike people who are dark. That's nothing. But it's just that it looked very greasy, black, that gooey, guttery feeling. You know what I'm trying to say? That when that bottle opened, those creatures were coming out. They were like, those identical creatures were literally like that. That's where they were coming out from. And it was like, one was in the air, the other one was someplace else, right? On my left, one was on the left side, the other one opened, and by the time I could reach it, I was removed from there. Just remember, so it could be like the white energy could be your angels against that dark energy. This white could be your angelic energy, and this is right under inheritance or inherit. Take it as resonates. And I do feel that they are protecting your inheritance, your spiritual inheritance. You could be inheriting, we talked about this last time, collective. Could be inheriting a literal download, something that you've been given from your ancestors that you're going to download, something which is in your DNA, something which is coming from you from past lives, from other universes, other realms, that you will be using here, that will be given to you here in this lifetime, which you'll use for the betterment of humanity. All right? You'll make a lot of money also with it, but it's not about the money right now. It's about that. It could be that white light is your angelic team that fought that dark forces. All right? Then it is pregnant. Who's pregnant, bhai? And pregnant is under electronic devices. Okay, if there's anyone who's pregnant here, hello. Congratulations, number one. Congratulations, you're going to have a baby girl, it seems. But whatever you want, yeah. I don't want to like be the one who decides whether you have a baby girl or not. Anyways, all right, have a healthy baby. All right, and secondly, but it could be that maybe your divine's telling you to just stay away from, radiation from these electronic devices, because it's right under that. And that's what came to my mind. So please take care of yourself. Just stay away from electronic devices. Maybe don't even wear smartwatches. Wear an analog one, a classic one every once in a while. Do that. Stay away from the cell phones, whatever, if possible, as much as possible, rather, I should say. All right. Maybe just do your bit as much as you can. But it's something about pregnant, and it's right under electronic devices. Okay. Or it could be about an idea, a child, like a brain child. Okay, it doesn't have to be a literally human baby. It could be about a brain child. You could be pregnant with a brain child as an idea that you have, and then someone's attempting to hack it or control it or to access it, just to put it neutrally, through electronic devices. Okay, something could be like a brain child that these people, the ops, could be trying to. Why I said these people is because these kind of negative energies, they never come in ones and twos. They literally come in groups. That's how they operate. They come in groups. You'll never see, because they have to be loud. They have to be synchronized. So they do things in numbers. They play in numbers, if you know what I mean. Right? So just be aware that just be aware. Just so you know, just keep your cell phone logged. Just put in extra protection when it comes to your passwords and everything. Just do your usual drill. Change your passwords, whatever, if needed. All right, electronic devices, pregnant. Could be something about your idea. Could literally be. Yeah, okay, let's take out more cards. As far as 6 minutes. Okay, few more cards, please. Let's just take a bundle here. Let's just take these. Okay, yeah, let's take these. Okay, we have eventually, and is under allowance. Eventually, allowance, dreadful, attempt, inherit electronic devices, allowance, dreadful, cut off, king, white, pregnant, eventually. What about eventually, divine? I'm not getting this, sorry. It is heart chakra, eventually. Heart chakra is right under dreadful. Could this have been this negative attack? Could this be focused at your heart chakra, that you somehow closed your heart chakra? One second. Can you beat that? This is allow. We have allow and allowance. Allow and allowance. What are the odds? Okay, so we have, along with heart chakra, allow and is accomplishment. Heart chakra, accomplishment, allow. So I do feel there's something about your, okay, got it, divine, thank you. So there's something about your heart chakra. I think this attack is meant for you to attack your heart chakra, to close your heart chakra. All right, anahita, right? So that you feel that the world is bad. Everybody is just so mean. Everyone's just so disloyal. Nobody really takes care of each other. Everyone's just only money minded. They are no good people. So that you close yourself, you isolate yourself, not in 3D. By the way, 3D isolation is great. It's a blessing, but it's the isolation of your heart. Like you just close that lotus. You close your heart, from love for other people who are like really genuine soul tribe. So it's almost like your soul tribe is right around the corner, or they're right here. They're already in your life, and they're trying to just attempt to close this heart chakra so that you don't connect with those people, that you don't trust them, you don't allow them into your heart, and don't allow them into your heart. Okay, and what would this create? This would create this dreadful energy, would create that block that they're trying to, it's almost like they're trying to make you self-sabotage something just because they can't sabotage it. They want this cutoff game, that they want you, excuse me, this cutoff. is basically meant for your heart chakra, that you cut off and don't allow people into your life. So when you don't allow, who is going to work on these projects? Who's you're supposed to be working on this? Where's that project thing went? That pregnant, yeah. This you're supposed to be working on this with people, right? You're not going to be doing this something so big, enormous, such at a magnitude that it's been it's been stressed by divine. You cannot be doing that alone. You need your soul tribe. You need people you can trust. So it's almost like they're like, if we just make them cut people out of their heart and not allow people in, this will die on its own. If you know what I'm trying to say. Let's just put it that way. Even if you want to get pregnant, you need, you know what I mean? Takes two people, right? You're saying it that way. You know what I mean? So you need your soul tribe, is what I'm saying. So they are like trying to cut off this accomplishment, that if you were to just self-sabotage, since they are not able to do anything. So then if we just block her heart, if we just block his heart, if we just block collective's heart, they won't let people in. They would just, that perception of your, since your thoughts are so powerful, your word, like for me, my word is powerful. Whatever I say, I can manifest if I wish to, right? So it's almost like, if they were to make you sabotage yourself, won't that work better? It's like we can't do anything to them. If we can just mold them, manipulate them into thinking that the world is a terrible place. Everyone's so mean. No one's nice. Everyone's just thieves. You know what I'm trying to say? If you were to just think like that, you won't trust anyone. You won't create relationships. You won't move forward. You will be made to like sit and bind at that one place. You'll be like, you won't be climbing. You'll just be like stagnating at that one place, right? And this is the way they're thinking they could just block all that accomplishment that is coming your way. I do feel this is what it is. But you have a lot of angelic beings around you who are telling you this. How do I know it? Now I know it, right? So how do you know it? Now you know it. That's why we have a lot of help around us. We have a lot of guidance around us. We have a lot of motivation around us. We have so much inspiration around us. You should see how much I get inspired just by Archangel Michael just being around me so much. Like, how much you love me, I must be doing. If I'm going to work, it's just you might feel it's just a usual thing. He's just been around. I can see him for 4 times like now. But no, it's just him showing his love. So you must be really important, my collective. They gave me such a chat today that, Arey, why did you not give my message to my child? You must be really important, right? So that's how we get inspired, right? This is how the messages come, and this is how we get inspired, right? So this is the accomplishment. This is how you will move forward. This is what they're trying to block. If you were to just lose and cut yourself out, or cut everyone else from your heart chakra, that'll be a win for them. That'll be a win, right? Let's just take out a few more cards. 53 minuties. अरे टैरो करना क्या? टैरो हिलटानी वजह यार आज. चलो यही करते हैं. Okay, let's just take these. There are lots. Okay, let's just take these out. Okie dokes. All right. Here. And what do we have? This is that inheritance wala here. The one who will inherit. And you know the card, right? Inherit. Here. You are the here. Your inheritance. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hang on. Let me just put these in a way that I can see them. ये तो अभी चाहिए नहीं अपने को. उसको रखते हैं वापस. What is this showing up? Architect. Okay, hang on. I'll show you. Architect. You're the architect. This project, you'll be creating something. You'll be designing something. Now, listen, don't constrain yourself just with the word architect. So it has to be something like this. You'll not be creating a building, or maybe you are, but that's what I'm saying. You're the architect of your future and of this planet. You're here to do something important. All right, remember that always. All right, so let me just put the cards in order. Hang on for a second and we'll see what else we have got. dreadful, cut off, accomplishment, allow, eventually. Wow, what about eventually? We didn't get clarified. So we got here. Okay. All right, what else? Okay, vacation. Vacation. You could be going on a vacation, or life will feel like a vacation. If you know what I'm trying to say. If you do something that you really like, you love your work, you love your friends, you love the people that you work with, rather. All right, maybe if you, it just feels like a vacation. If you love, if you're passionate about your work, and you are you know that you're contributing constructively, like, you know, towards humanity, you'll feel good about it, of course. Vacation, and then life will feel like a vacation. All right, or you will literally be going on a vacation, but I don't think it's just vacation like that. World, oh my god, world, vacation and world, what are the odds? Vacation, world, eventually, allowance. Okay, you know what, there's a side message. If you think you want to like travel the world, a lot of people want to do that, right? So do I. If you think you want to travel the world, like in the real sense of the term, like do 198 countries, like my husband just keeps on counting countries that, oh, Shubham has done these many, this person has done those many, you know. So he, this YouTuber that he follows has done 198 countries, and literally was talking to me like about, before I started this reading, we were like having a snack together, and literally he was talking about, oh, you know what, he's done 198 countries. So something like that. If you think you want to like literally travel the world, you know, like that allowance, the money that would allow it, the allowance, that money that you need to do it is coming in. It's coming in, literally. It's coming. If it's a side message, if you think that's important, if you thought ever that was important for you, that world travel is important to you, that's coming. Okay, what else? After world is cruel. One second. Cruel. Oh. Eventually, cruel world. Oh yeah, see the cruel world. I told you that if they want you to think like this world is just gone to the dogs. There ain't any good people left. There's no hope. Everyone's just, the earth is just dying, and everyone's bad. Everyone's a chore. Everyone's just this. There's no loyalty. You know what I mean? That kind of, you know, a hole that you were to dig for yourself. That kind of, that you think that you perceive the world as cruel only. Of course, there are cruel people around us. Of course, yeah. But there are good people as well, right? So you want, and how about you start with yourself, you know? Isn't it? So it's just that they want to change your perception towards the world, and hence if you change it, they will be able to change your mind, your thoughts. If your thoughts change, you'll be manifesting something else for you. You will manifest a cruel world then, you know what I mean? Okay, so just be aware of your thoughts, your thought process, what you see. I've already told you this technique that you all need to do. If you get a bad thought, you will get those thoughts because they are projected at us. It's not that we're thinking those thoughts, but people send us that energy. So whenever you get that thought, just counter it with beautiful energy. Counter it with, I'm going to just make the best for this. Just remember something nice. Just manifest something good. Say out, use your words. Say something so good. Speak out constructively, positively for anyone. Not just for yourself, just for anyone. Just for Mother Earth, if no one else. And see, it makes a difference. Root chakra. Now, root chakra is literally all about that inherent, that there's very characteristic confidence certain people have, right? That's very them. It's like literally their stamp, like that's who they are, right? There's a certain way they move, certain way they move in the world, right? That is what your root chakra is. That is who you are. It defines who you are. All right, so then you'll see a lot of like this negative people, they work on other people's root. That's what they say when they work on their root, as in they try to attack their self-image. Getting my point? Root chakra is that your confidence in yourself, in your ability, in your skill to be able to make a better life for yourself, in knowing who you are, being grounded, being rooted. Like see a plant, just say, remember from this, like a root chakra, all right? Would not, it's like almost like if you are a tree, then that root chakra is your root. If it is strong, if you're well grounded, your foundation of your being is strong, you'll prosper. Let come the weather, whatever it is, garmi, sardi, barsat, whatever it may happen, you may weather a few leaves, but you will get back on your feet. That's your root chakra. That's what root chakra does. Okay, so you have a very inherent confidence that, like I said, at the cost of repeating myself, it is literally you. It defines you in a way. And people can smell it, feel it in the aura. You know what I mean? All right, that's what it is. And they're trying to maybe attack it, but I didn't get the attack bit right now. But I do feel that the manipulation is towards, generally, right, this is how they control people, that controlling of the narrative which they are losing, that losing control of the narrative is this: they try to attack people's self-image. So if I were to tell you that you're my friend, and I was like, you're not good enough to be my friend, you're not this, you're not that, you ain't good enough to be my friend. It'll attack your self-image. It'll manipulate your worth, your value in your head first. That's what this person plays. They play at your worth and value in your eyes first. Let go the बाकी लोगों के लिए स्पेयर कैंपेन चल ही रहा है to manipulate how they see you. But the main challenge is, and 144 on the clock, chosen ones, my collective. The main challenge for them was, and this is why they lost the battle, because they were not able to shift the perspective in your head. If only you got reintroduced to yourself. If only you literally recognize your abilities, you realize, oh my God, you're right, I'm not that, I'm something bigger. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for flagging that. Getting my point? It just worked the other way around for most people, and it's not their fault. Not everybody is just blessed and spiritually inclined. It's okay. That's why we need that root. That's why God is our root. Right? That's what that foundation is. All right, that belief, that faith in divine, faith in divine in ourselves, faith in the divine us, we, aham brahmasmi, right? So it is this person might have tried their level best to shake that with you, but wasn't able to do it. Like I said, it literally just worked the opposite way. If only it elevated your value, your worth in your own eyes. All right, so it is just this two-angle game, first telling you that you ain't shit, and then telling everybody else they ain't shit. So it changes everybody's perspective, how they look at you, because people are sheep, right? It literally is. Like, people are sheep, right? As you tell them, and then they will just parrot everything back. And they tell them, yeah, this is how it is. Must be this. It has to be this, because it was in the gossip column. It has to be. Page 3 has to be true. What I mean? So it is that. Again, discernment. This is why discernment is important. So my point is, like, a lot of this person must have just gotten away with doing a lot to other people. They changed their way, how, let's say, if it's a lover, it's a parent, it could be a colleague, it could be something that you're not good enough. You're less than. And if anything, if that doesn't help, they could take another angle and say, you're less than that person. Then you like get into that, so that that you get into this self sabotage mode, that you think you're not good enough anyways. You know what I mean? So that kind of a thing. So it's quite, I don't want to get in that. I just don't want to talk about it. Energy is very I think this person might be going through that right now. Anyways, we don't dwell on it. It's okay. Diamond. Why am I so, of course, God calls us gold, God calls us diamond, but this is the diamond. It's hard as a diamond. Divine made you as a diamond. In fact, there was something I was reading today that called the chosen ones diamond. It was like, divine, I made you a diamond. Something, I'm forgetting what exactly it was, but it was this divine saying that if they are hard, something on, was it Ezekiel only? I don't remember. There was a line, let me just, if I have the time, 1 hour, 3 minutes. Okay, let me just see. There was a line in Ezekiel that I was reading today, and it had something about a diamond. Hang on for a second, guys. Okay, let me just try to jog my brain. It was literally about someone, Divine's like, okay, they are like hard, then I am making you a diamond. I'm making you hard as a diamond so that you can just go battle, you know, something like that. Something about Ezekiel. So I read a lot of Ezekiel today. Again, for all those who don't know, Ezekiel is one of the books in the Bible. Okay, let me just, shall I trust to it? Because it's gonna irk me then. Hang on, my collective. Let's just see. Let's just find that line. Ay, ay, ay. The anointed bearer of glad tidings. It's like divine talk calling us that. Anointed bearer of glad tidings. I'm here to put, pull in the good news. One second, hang on. Ezekiel. Of the time. So this is where divine's just giving Ezekiel the prophet some instructions. He's a chosen one. Let's just put it that way, right? He's giving him instructions, do this, do that. Telling him that I'm asking you to go and speak to the house of Israel. Look, I made your face as hard as theirs, as your brow as stubborn as theirs. Got it. And it's 9. Worse than I told you, 9. So much that the cloud 9 manifested. Yeah. Hang on. So the para 9, chapter 3, para 9, Ezekiel, if you want to read it. It says, para 9 says, like diamond. Told ya. Like diamond, harder than flint, I make your brow. Do not be afraid of them or be terrified by their looks, for they are a rebellious house. The divine is like being very angry with, not with Ezekiel, with the Israelites in this verse, in this chapter rather, and divine is just instructing Ezekiel what he has to do. There's certain divine instructions that divine is giving, like being given to Ezekiel, and that you have to do this. So basically in this para he's saying, see, like diamond harder than flint, I make your brow. As in, if you're like, they are so, let's say for instance, hard in the sense if their hearts are hard, right? They are emotionless. So I'm also making your brow hard, as in I'm making you like a diamond, as in I'm also making you less responsive to those emotions, if you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, so you're not going to be the sensitive one here and just feel everything that's been thrown at you. You're going to be hard as a diamond. All right, here it's not about shining like a diamond, it's about being hard as a diamond. So he says, like diamond, harder than flint, I make your brow, so that you make your brow, as in I will also make you like, you won't succumb to their cruel emotions. All right, do not be afraid of them or be terrified by their looks. All right, he says, for they are a rebellious house. Then he said to me, son of man. See, again, son of man. I told you in the beginning also, that's why like divine keeps us, this is the way divine talked to Ezekiel to keep him grounded, because he was giving him such great responsibility. He wanted to make sure that Ezekiel remembered that he's just a mere mortal, and all the power that we derive, that he derives, we derive, all the chosen ones, all of you, me, everyone, we derive, comes from the divine. It comes because of the grace of the divine. All right, not us. It's divine's grace upon our beings, right? Us beings. So it says, then he said to me, son of man, take into your heart all my words that I speak to you. Hear them well. Listen carefully. If you remember the download, listen carefully. And then there was another one that came in a card. My card that came in also said, hear me, listen carefully, something like that, right? It just says, divine keeps on saying, hear. Now here also, this is next para 10 that says, hear them well. Hear my words well. Hear them. Think about them. Ponder them. All right. Thank you, divine. Thank you. It's 1 hour, 8 minutes now. And we'll just take out the rest of the cards after diamond is safe. Safe. So yeah, you're safe because you're removed from that war or that battle or that whatever it was. It was like a big one. Because it wasn't just a normal general attack that these people do, like on a bi-monthly basis. It wasn't that. They're getting clue. They think I don't know, but of course I know. So it's going to be a revelation for them when they come to know there are no. But anyway, so it wasn't that bi-monthly attack, but it was just something that I was like, I knew, okay, this is big. I remember my emotion at the time was like, okay, this is going to be a big fight. This is a night of a fight. We're at war. You're at war. So it was serious. The divine's telling you, you are safe. Nothing to worry. Of course not. There's nothing to worry, of course. There's nothing to worry at all. But you're safe. All right. Even if you had to fight, let's say you were like put there to fight, you're surrounded. You have that divine shield number one. They won't be able to touch you. Don't worry. Okay. Many will go down trying to harm you rather. Okay. And then appear. Okay. Something about appear. Here, attempt, heart chakra, vacation, appear. Pregnant, appear, electronic devices. Okay, what about appear? I don't get it, divine. Cure or antidote. Appear, a cure or antidote. I do think this appear or a cure or antidote is that download that you'll get. Take it symbolically. I'm not saying that there's going to be another COVID-like situation and you will be the one who will be creating the antidote. Of course, that I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that this is that antidote, the solution, that's something that the world needs, will appear to you in divine timing. That same download I've been trying to tell you that is going to come, that you are the one who's supposed to manifest in this lifetime something that is your inheritance. Your spiritual inheritance is going to appear. It's going to appear. 1, 1, 1, 1 on the clock. So 11, 11 on the clock. I'm right, of course. Okay, and then, okay, 1 second. Emergency. What about emergency? Emergency. Okay, this is, I don't know about this. Emergency. Should we take more? Should we take a few? Okay, let's just take a few and let's just take. Okay, let me see if I have an answer here only. Emergency. Urgent. Something urgent. I don't see what are the odds, huh? Emergency. 1 second. Let's see. Let's take out one or that's a chalo, okay, we'll take these many. Still, okay, architect, same. What same? What is it? Battle. I told you there was a war. I told you there was a war. That was like a literal full-blown war that I was in the middle of. Spiritual war, okay? And then I was like, nope, sit down, go. And I was like, where did everything go? Issues, exactly. Those issues suddenly disappeared. That whole thing that I should have been like, that was, these people try to, whoever these energies are, not people, energies that try to like, issues, they tried to create it. It's just disappeared, if you know what I'm trying to say. Lack mentality. Yeah, exactly. What did I tell you about that root chakra thing or that cruel thing? That there's a lack of love in this world. There's lack of loyalty. They're not good people. You'll never be able to come out of this. And then they have control over this. Something like, that lack, that poverty mentality. It's not just poverty in terms of just money, poverty in terms of, let's say, ambition also. They might just say, oh, we'll just kill your dream. Or you think you'll be able to move up in life, we'll just kill your dream. We'll just kill it. We'll kill your project. We'll do this. There's so many of us. We'll just kill your project. Something like that. Lack mentality is what they want to induce for themselves. And this is exactly what is manifesting in their life now, in real. Not just in thoughts. This lack mentality, this 5 of Pentacles is manifesting in their life. People are like literally leaving them. 144. Leaving them in the cold. That is the lack mentality. This is what they wanted for you in a way. They wanted you to isolate yourself. Like cut yourself out of the whole thing. Let others, let alone others doing anything to you. It's like you take yourself out, bro. It's almost like that. It's like now this is manifesting in their life. The truth is out. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. Good. I can't believe. Crores. What is this? Is it about money? Is it about the money, the thing that's coming inherent? Inherit. Why do I keep saying inherent? I think it's that inherent confidence. Something about this. Crores. Inheritance. A lot of money coming in your way. Also. Right. Always. Designation or ranking. The exam. And this is about spiritual designation or ranking. We're not talking about your 3D lives, your jobs' designation or ranking. I think they underestimated who you are. And that might have just caused the emergency in their life. You know why? Because, oh, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Literally, Archangel Michael also kind of like manifests himself around you in terms of like in 3D via, let's say, if you ambulances, like indicative of Archangel Michael's presence, divine help, divine assistance, divine guidance. And what is that? It's emergency vehicle. It is literally that. All right, just so you know, you have him around you. I am, again, for the 5th time, collective, I was given a rapta today for not bringing this message to you. So this is probably an emergency message for somebody who needs to hear it. They might think, oh, this, oh, that. Just you shouldn't be really. You should be in a good place right now. But let's say, for instance, somebody has been able to like push you down for a little bit, just so you know that you're like covered, bro. You're covered. You're perfectly okay. And that spiritual attack that you experienced was absolutely real, yes, and that you are safe. All right, you're absolutely 100% safe. Don't worry about it. I vouch for it. I guarantee it on behalf of my divine team. I'm guaranteeing you that you're safe. All right, all your accomplishments are safe. You're gonna be you're taken care of. Don't you worry about it. Okay, and it is 1 hour 16 minutes. Okay, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight, so I'll take your leave. It's 11:15. I'll take your leave. I hope this was helpful, my collective. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll meet you very soon again. Until then, bye.